Y'all already know the vibes. What's going on, man? Happy Sunday. It's your boy TPindell. Welcome back to another video. Right now, there's 3 videos for members only out right now. Y'all get everybody else. Y'all get it. Y'all will eventually get them throughout the week. If you want early access to the videos, make sure you become a member. Link in the description and pinned in the comment section. Let's get into an interview with Shy and Danny. Let's roll. Let's get right into it. Come on.
Back to BM. All right, welcome back to BM Talks to them. Today we have Chi and Danny.
Chi, my bad.
Welcome. How you guys doing?
Welcome. Hi, guys.
So I don't know. They didn't match. I don't know if they just hanging out, chopping it up, or what. I think that's the girl with the locks that was like a flight attendant or something. And this is, oh, did they match? Let's listen.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, so we have
and Danny.
right.
Not together.
Okay, there it is. So I don't know why they're together. They were both two interesting people. He ended up coming back for a second time, and he came out. And then she was on a reunion as well. But she was, people was giving her hella heat, just how she was acting and some of the responses, and just, I don't know. I just the personality in itself. It was a bit childish and a bit over the top. Giving main character energy. Look at Arlette's face. Arlette gonna give you some facial expressions.
And Danny.
Right.
Not together.
ABCD. Could be.
All right, so obviously we had you guys on episode 33, and there's a lot of buzz going around.
What episode was it?
All right, so obviously we had you guys on episode 33, and there's a lot of buzz going around. You know, people are talking about you both, so we decided to bring you back here on the podcast.
Yes.
So, how you guys doing? And how was both of your experience on the show? I mean, Dan, you was here before, so let's
start with
Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi. Yeah.
Ladies first, anyway. Go ahead.
Oh, look, he has manners. Oh, my God. No, it was amazing. I said it multiple times. Like, I had a good experience overall. Like, production was smooth. The ladies were amazing. Everybody was a good vibe. You two were amazing. I was very nervous. Okay. I did have a couple of drinky drinks. So my honesty meter, which is usually very at 100, was probably on 1,000.
Oh my.
So it was an experience.
Liquid courage.
Oh man. Okay.
But yeah, I had a
Danny.
great experience. I missed the returning.
Okay.
Well, this time I just decided to just let go. You know,
And let go.
just be my complete self instead of. I think the first time I was on the show, I was really filtered, and it still didn't work out the way I wanted to be. So this time I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to be myself. So, and I wanted to have a fun experience. You know what I'm saying? So when you're looking for a match, you're looking for somebody to connect with. They got to know, you know, the side of me that they going to see eventually. So I just let you have it. You know what I'm saying? So from beginning to end. And so I really enjoyed myself. You know, it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I did walk away a little disappointed. I can't lie. But other than that, you know, I feel like I had a good time.
Okay. Good.
Okay, yeah, so obviously, Danny, when you walked out, right, and you started speaking, when you dropped the whole, when you dropped the phrase that, that just went viral, you said the wigs thing, obviously that was talk of the talk of the episode. That was, what made you say that at that particular time?
Well, so I'm a prayer warrior, to be honest with you, and God knows my heart. So I've got to the point where if it comes to me, I'm going to say it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why when you look back and she said, because I knew what I was going to say from the beginning.
If y'all don't know, he basically, when he came out, he said, I don't want no woman that got a bad wig or no bad weave or no bad wig. She took offense to that and started going back and forth with him. But it didn't make any sense because she doesn't have a wig or weave. She has locks. So he's like, why is you even worrying about what I'm saying? It doesn't even apply to you. But, you know what I'm saying? So that's how what popped off.
For the most part. But I couldn't quite understand or what I was going to say when you asked me what I didn't like. So in the back, I was doing a lot of praying. I was saying, just speak to me, and I'm going to trust. And that is a pet peeve. So I've been through situations, even in most recent relationship that didn't work out, I felt like. So I'm just be honest, man. So I was I was getting
Honesty is the best policy.
I was getting fussed at about certain stuff I wasn't doing and everything, and the whole time I was like, "Dang, you telling me everything that I'm not doing, but your wig bad." But I don't get to say nothing, because I'm a man, so I just got to sit there and take it. I don't really retort. So if it don't matter what you say to me, it don't matter. Women can go off and they want the perfect human being. I just sit there and be like, okay, and you know what I'm saying. But in the back of my mind, I make notes of like what I want and what I don't want, and that's something. So really, I said that as in like I was talking to my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like my friends know what's up. Like we say different things, but we do want what we don't want.
Okay.
And when
But
you
you're
ask
not
the
trying to date
question,
your friends. You don't talk to your friends the way you talk to a woman. You trying to find a woman, not a man.
well, no,
So,
that's
Danny, I
cap.
have
She
a
go.
That's cap.
question.
That's cap. Because your
Here
your
she
woman's
go.
supposed to be your
Your
friend.
best friend. Yeah, we
Hold
love that,
on.
but she's still a woman.
So, Danny, I got a question for you. So, what is a bad wig to you?
Oh, come on, man.
Now, Danny, think about this before you answer.
We have to know what is considered a bad wig to Danny.
What my dog BM got going on? What you scratch your eye or something? Or let hit your head with a left hook? What's going on with your eyeball, man?
All right, so look.
If the wig lifting, if it's stiff, if it's it looks dry, if it stank, if it's look crispy, if it's too much makeup on it, if I can see the net coming through in a wig, cause I'm tall, so we see on top of y'all head top. If it's crooked or slanted, all of that. If it looks too slippery and it looks like baby oil on it, it looks slick, it looks flammable, all of that.
Like, you can't be serious right now.
No. I'm just gonna be honest. So I dated a woman that sold hair.
Okay.
All right. So when money gets involved, I start paying attention. So when I accidentally sold some hair and we made like $500 in an instant, I started paying attention. I started doing research. Like I understood that was back in the day when Peruvian and Brazilian hair was a big thing, and so growing up,
He knows about them as well, so he knows the names. Okay, that's good.
yeah. So growing up, I didn't know
Big
about weave.
expert.
Yeah, I didn't know about it. My mother to the day had the same routine. Her hair's in a ponytail. My cousins are literally Indian. They from India. I grew up with them. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even really understand that women wore extension stuff till I got to college. So I just didn't experience it. Like the women I dated, my son's mother, we've known each other since 8th grade. She doesn't wear it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not accustomed to it. So, but basically, I think is when I like to be tricked. I like to like, is it a wig or is it like, you know what I'm saying? So most times the women I talk to will wear like sew-ins or something like that and the front, you don't really can tell
So they
that.
have the leave out with the
It look,
weave in the back. Okay.
yeah, it looks
Okay.
like your hair. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But
So
that's
if
not
I
a wig. We talking about wigs. What's a
Wigs.
bad wig to you? Not a
bad-
bad weave.
All that shit is weird.
Okay.
Wig
Like a
slash weave.
hump. Like, what's a bad wig to you? Like, it's not
wig.
flat enough. Like a wig, a lace front. You see
when you can
Barbie
tell
thugs.
when
Like,
you
what's
can tell
When
your
you can tell is when you can tell.
when you can tell what it is instantly. If you was dating a man and you could tell that his hair was a toupee, you would feel the same way.
Right.
Okay, but
Yeah,
but
listen,
when
you
guys
will
talk
always
about
be
it-
able
Let
to
go.
look and
Like
know
Frozen.
that a wig is a wig. There's no way to make it blend into your head like
No,
it's
but
your
what
hair.
he's saying, the
Ever.
important thing that Danny's saying,
Fellas understand. Ladies, y'all can play special ed like y'all don't understand what's going on. All y'all want, but y'all understand what we talking about.
is that if a girl that cannot tell the difference between a good wig and a bad wig, that's the important statement that he's making right there.
But he still
All right,
hasn't
man.
really told us
Hey.
what the bad wig is. That's
Y'all
what I
about to
really
make
want
y'all
to
about to
know.
make me talk, man. I'm trying to be cool.
what's
Like
a
I'm about
bad
to.
wig? We wanna know.
She didn't say she turned on every light in this background she could turn on. We know you game. We know you got it going on. You didn't put the light on behind you. You got the floor lights going. You got the chair lights going. We get it. All right. You got one more plug left in this extension cord in this little surge protector back here. You feel me? You got 800 cords behind you. You can't move a muscle. Your whole back of your behind that chair is booby trap. We get it. You got leaves and everything on the wall. We understand. We understand. She then went out, took pictures of herself, and put pictures of herself on the wall. We understand. We get it. God damn.
All right, so
Hey, you walk into somebody's house and they got a bunch of pictures with themselves framed, and it's just them in the pictures, and there's leaves and neon lights all around the pictures. Fellas, you gotta get up out of there, fam. It's time to pack it up.
Danny, tell us what is a bad wig.
A bad wig to me is when it look like you just put it on like a hat. What? So y'all be laughing.
think
I be
it's funny
dead
either.
serious. Like, I don't
I'm
even
dead
know
ass
what I'm
serious.
saying. Like,
Jesus Christ.
I mean, he's got a point.
Hey,
He's
women
got a
will still
point.
let women walk
He's
around like that and say some shit like this in the comments. She just needs to do something to her wig. She's still beautiful. She's still gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I wish y'all gave the same grace to men. Men come on there and their shoes dirty. It's over. His shoes dirty, but he fine. You don't never hear that, huh? You don't never hear that. His shirt was a little off. His jeans was a little too tight, but he's still fine though. You don't never hear that. But what we do here, I just don't like her dress, but she fine though. She beautiful. Everybody beautiful. Everybody gorgeous. All right, okay.
got a point.
No hat wigs. Got it.
So,
No,
so,
we
so,
just-
so, Chichi, do you agree with him there? You laughed, right? So, do you agree with him?
Well, the thing is, I used to wear wigs. I'm a girl that I used to have fun. This is like my third time locking my hair back up. So,
Indecisive. Don't know what
as
you
a
want to do with your
woman, I
life.
agree because I used to fool people
You
with
cut your locks off 3 times. Come on now.
my wigs, and I used to make wigs. I know what a good wig looks like. However, agreeing with Danny, my reason I popped was because she didn't say what do you like and not like. She said what's a deal breaker. And as soon as he responded, I felt like he was being a funny guy. I'm like, he didn't come here for love. What did he come here for? A bad wig is a deal breaker. That's not a
no, well,
and then you called it a disability. You felt like
If you bald headed, that's a deal breaker for women. If you bald headed, that'd be a deal breaker. They sound popping. I don't do bald headed men. He ain't got no hair on his head. A lot of girls get up and be like, I don't like your haircut. They be trying to put that Beijing on it, and them girls be peeping and watching it. We seen a dude that was like that. Looked like his hair caught on fire for a little bit. Not too long. Almost how they did Michael in that commercial. Y'all get up out of there.
you felt like it was a disorder or something like that. You felt like it was a mental disorder. I'm like, no, a mental disorder is someone who's a pathological liar or a cheater. That's a deal breaker. So it was because of the words. She said deal breaker, and someone who's trying to find love doesn't say a bad wig. And
Shit
then
me.
also, no offense, Danny, when a man speaks on a woman's beauty, whether it's her nails, her lashes, or her wig, I classify it as sassy. No offense,
No
once again.
All
way.
right,
Here
all
we
right,
go.
okay.
Here we go. But when the women do it, it's cool. Let me tell y'all something. They didn't took the term sassy and made it something bad, yo. By definition, definition.com, it'll help if I can spell it. Did I spell it right? Let me see. Jesus Christ. I hate typing on these PC keyboards. I'm used to a Mac. Look at that. I'm still hitting fat ass finger Pindell. All right, clean it up for me. Clean it up for me. Clean it up for me. All right, let me see if I can hit this website up. Damn, we just can't slide to somebody to give damn definitions. Thank you. Sassy. Peak game. I'm going to read out the definition of sassy. Distinctively smart and stylish. That's what the dictionary calls sassy. Vigorous, lively, and pundit. That's what the dictionary calls sassy. We done took sassy and made it bad and tried to make it seem like it's bad if men is sassy. That's what we did with sassy, fam. We took it. And I told y'all, sassy just really came from, they want to call you gay. That's what they want to call you, but they can't use that because they calling you gay. They calling you gay as an insult. And being gay, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Why are you going to use that terminology to insult someone? Right? Love is love. We're supportive of the community. LGBTQR, all the letters if I'm missing any. We're supportive. They can't do that, so they had to flip it and call you zesty and sassy. You're showing too much emotion. You're defending yourself. You're talking back. You're sassy. You're giving me sass.
Sassy. No offense,
No
once again.
way.
All right, okay. Gigi, I think we're taking it too far there.
Yeah.
I classify it as sassy. No offense,
No
once again.
way.
And you see, Arlette and BM, they're going to correct this now. When it's on the show and she say this, they're not going to correct it because she's speaking for herself. But when you on a podcast platform and y'all chopping it up, they got to react to it a certain way. They can't just let it slide.
All right, okay. Gigi, I think we're taking it too far there.
Yeah,
I
because
classify it as sassy because a thing a woman does
She's
for
gonna
her
say it
own
again.
beauty
She
is not for
doubled down on
you. I'm going to double down because I
Chichi,
stand on what I say.
do you know the amount of times that women comment on guys, right? They don't
Their
look,
opinions.
they don't like how they look.
It's a double standard. And it's not only a double standard, it's a double standard, and they don't care.
The attraction, all of that. But if a guy talks about it, it's an issue. When a girl talks about it, you go. You do you. You tell him how it is. Right.
But he started it.
Oh, my gosh. The level of immature.
No.
Chichi,
That's
pause.
double
Instead of
standards
saying,
right
Hold on, no, hold on,
Chichi.
Chichi.
You
Let's
said
hear
what
from
you
Daddy.
said. Wigs are a disability. That's what you said. It's a whatever disorder.
First of all, let me tell you
That's
because
a funny guy, not someone looking for love.
Okay, let's hear from Daddy. Go ahead, Daddy.
I do think, first of all,
Two can exist. You can be a funny guy and still want love.
let me pause there because I didn't get a chance to comment on that sassy stuff, and y'all women just throw that word out and y'all attacking a man's gender preference. I don't think y'all understand that. It's really some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Gender preference. I don't think y'all understand that. It's really some bullshit.
It's attacking your gender preference, and it's also attacking a man's manhood. And they don't care.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
has nothing to do with your gender preference.
Yes, it does. That's exactly what it means. It means you're acting feminine.
That is not what it means. Okay, you're acting feminine and you're being sassy does not mean that your preference of a man or a woman. I'm not.
That's what it derives from. They can no longer say that anymore. It's almost like when people were saying, I do not want to, my intention is not to offend anybody by saying this. It's almost like when men were saying, you used to be able to say the F word. It was in movies. Go back and look at movies like American Pie. You know what I mean? And then from that, they stopped saying the F word because it was a bad word. Then it was like, people used to be like, man, stop acting gay. They stopped saying that. Then guys were saying, no homo. Remember that? They stopped saying that. NBA and NFL players got fined saying that in post-game interviews. They would like make a joke and be like, no homo. You got your ass, you got fined. Now, then they started saying, pause. Now pause is borderline about to be the next cutoff. But you see how it's like bracketed down? That's what it is. That's what it is, fam.
I'm talking about your sexual orientation and what you prefer. I'm saying your sass. Going back and forth with me right now, sassy. You're going back and forth with me. That's sassy.
Sweetheart. The only reason we're going back and forth because you're not listening.
You're not listening to me.
Why y'all had her on here, man?
I am listening. I listen to you. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Okay? So just in case you didn't know, I'm educate you on from a man's perspective. When y'all say words like sassy, that's the equivalent of me calling you a dyke. Ooh. Like,
no, it's not.
Sweetheart, I'm telling you from a man's perspective.
No. Give me the word besides. Give me a word besides dyke, because I didn't call you. I didn't say any words.
You didn't even say sassy.
No.
You're saying sassy now.
Because I said that's why I responded that way, because I feel like when a man talks about things that can change, you can go and take a woman to the hair salon. I can take you to the gym. When you came out, I didn't pop the balloon because you had a stomach. My ex has a ball of belly. We like to eat. I don't talk about people's appearance. If it's not for me, they're not for me. But I don't go around picking at men.
It's a dating show, and Arlette's ask are you attracted to this person? And you say no. And Arlette's going to ask, well, why aren't you attracted to this person? What about them do you find unattractive? And that's when that comes out most of the time. You don't like bad weaves? You don't like bad weaves. Women come out and say, I don't like guys that got kids. I don't like short dudes. I don't like streetwear. I don't like spray painted on hairlines. I like men that's in shape. I don't like rappers. I don't, you say what you want to say. I don't like your smile. Your teeth ain't right. I don't, you know what I mean? You got hair on your arms. It's been a lot said.
Physical appearance because I could take him to the gym. That's not a
You said
thing.
you're a
You could
person.
take her to the hair salon. So even when I said that with you, you went back and forth with me. And I consider that very feminine when a man can't be a woman and let her express it. So you got to be a me too. You have to one up me. That's what you did. I consider that very feminine. When a man gives me that level of femininity, me as a woman, I feel like my femininity is attacked because you're not being masculine. You're being feminine.
Okay, Chichi,
Okay, hold on 1 second, BM. Look,
let's let Danny finish his whole
so
sentence. Like, let's let him
that's
finish.
She don't, she said, look at her face. This is the host of the show. Hey, can we let him finish his sentence? Look at her face.
BM. Look,
Let's let Danny finish his whole
so
sentence. Like, let's
that
let him
that's
finish.
I'm not going to listen to it. I'm going to put you guys on mute.
Yeah.
you
Go
gotta
ahead.
look at it. First of all, even on that, you gotta look at the situation that we're in. Everything that you think about me is an assumption. We have
Hmm.
no clue of who that person is on the opposite of you, right? I don't know anything about you. You don't know anything about me. So if you say
Yeah.
something, we don't have the opportunity. I'm looking for a match. So I have to either agree with what you're saying or change your mind instantly. You understand what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We don't have the opportunity to talk and I can just listen and you had already popped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like this is the only opportunity I have to either change your mind or leave an impression or something like that. So you telling it back and forth, it's a conversation. And it's a conversation with you having an assumption, a presumed assumption about me based on something like you consider as a joke. But yeah, I mean, I got to the point to where
Well, I'm
about
happy I know it was a joke.
the wig thing. I'm gonna tell you, she
You
said
can't
deal
get
breaker.
nothing
So
out
it's
with her,
something like
boy.
I wouldn't even approach. That's what the question. I feel like it doesn't have to be a deal breaker because once I'm in
Hmm.
something, I'm in it. You know, and I have suggested and like I'm gonna tell you something. This lady came in. This lady,
I
me
don't want to hear
ex.
no story
She
time.
came in. She had the wig on. And I was like, oh, why don't you just wear your natural hair? She was like, well, I'm supporting my cousin's business. I said, well, your cousin need to go out of business. If if that don't mean take that shit off, I don't know what else to tell you. And most of the time, it's not even about finances. Most of the time, I date up, or the woman is smarter than me, or make more money than me,
Hmm.
or it's something like this. So I listen, we pay attention because I have a skill set that helps people with their business. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of relationships I'm most likely to get in anyway. So we're not bickering back and forth. We're talking, we're learning, we're growing together. So it has nothing to do with money. That's why I said some things just can't be fixed. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Um, Chichi, you was one of the only girls that popped at that time, right?
Hmm.
At the beginning, for the weave thing, for the wig thing,
Wig.
right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I feel like all the other girls was, they were trying to hear him out, but I feel like you set the pace. Obviously you popped. You was like, I'm not having it, and you stuck by whatever reasons you popped by, right? Do
Hmm.
you think that maybe you
Popped it off.
you went too fast? Like you didn't really try to understand Danny.
No.
That's
I don't
crazy.
think I went too fast
That's
because
her, man.
at the end of the day, he just
The day
said
gonna end.
we have a limited amount of time to like just present ourselves or get to know somebody and to really find a match. Like,
Yo popped on the wig weave comment and don't even have wig or weave. That made no sense. That's like me coming out there, you popping, oh, I don't really want to date guys that's short. I'm not gonna get upset. That's your preference. All right. Do I feel bad for the short guys? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. They have no control over their height. You can change your wig. You know what I'm saying? But if you come out there and say, I don't want to date a guy with dirty shoes, hey, if you got dirty shoes, you ain't for me because that's a deal breaker. And my shoes clean as hell, I ain't going to pop and be like, I just don't like how you say that about dirty shoes. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
I didn't fly from LA to Phoenix to hear somebody try and be funny or comical. I flew to Phoenix to actually see five men who literally wanted to find love and wanted to actually be serious. If that's your introduction and your answer to something that's a deal breaker, and I understand his story.
Go back and look at her episode and see how comical she was. I just feel like you're looking at me like you want to eat me. And I'm just like, don't look at me like you want to eat me. Because people look at me like you want to eat me all the time because I'm a flight attendant and that's how guys look at me. Go back and look at that and see if some of the stuff she's saying wasn't comical, wasn't trying to be like virally.
Is a bad wig. It's like, and then his rebuttal was, "Oh, she must have a bad wig." It's like, okay, you're not here for love. So to me, I'm not even about to do that.
Well, let me tell you something. So y'all had a couple that matched, right? This dude went. I think it was the episode or something or two right before mine. He presented himself. He pretty much begged for it. She said, "I got a house with a pool," and
Buddy with the dreads and the dog.
because it was
Yeah, that was
between him
Eric.
and somebody.
That was Eric. Yeah.
It was between two. It was between him and another person. So when y'all did the follow up on it, she said he never made me laugh. That was her follow up. So you can't be come out there. It's just not a business situation.
You gotta show your personality.
Women want men to be comical. They want to make you laugh. They want to, like, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't say that to make anybody laugh. Yeah, I laughed to myself, but I was dead ass serious. If a woman's wig is crazy, I'm not.
They have, when guys come out there before and be like, "Oh, you was dry. You ain't showing no personality." The shorty said last episode, "Oh, when you came out, you ain't smile. All these beautiful women out here, and you ain't smile at nobody." I was smiling, and that was the one with the crazy teeth. So I'm like, you getting on somebody that came out and they ain't smile at all y'all? And dude just went in on your smile. But you can't win. You show too much personality, you too goofy. You too this, you're not serious enough. I never know when to take you serious. You don't show enough, you too reserved. Like, it's crazy. You got muscles? Oh yeah, you got muscles. Your clothes too tight though. Oh, I don't like urban wear. Oh, like, you know what I mean? It'd be very, very picky. You know?
Even going to approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not there for a general purpose. I'm not there to make everybody happy. I'm there for one woman in the whole world, just one.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? And if a woman has a wig on and something that's not aesthetically pleasing to me, I'm not even gonna see if how she at this point in time. It's just gonna be like, all right, unless we
don't match my
come
aesthetic.
into some kind of situation to where like we get to know each other outside of that, or just like grows again is meant to be, then yeah. But if we're talking about just straight approach, there's been people on there that pop that because the woman wore a hat that looked crazy. There's all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had the one dread hanging. I watched this show like before I went on there. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if I had seen a woman whose wig was looking like that, I would have been, if I had opportunity, I'd have been like, yeah, no. You know what I'm saying? But you know, on the episode when I first was on, that's one thing that I looked at. Like the girl who came out from Texas, the second one, her stuff was lace. She looked good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I look at that. When I look at somebody and picture on Instagram, the first thing I see is like their hair and all kinds of stuff. It just shows like a level of like it shows like how much attention to detail that they pay. That they, you know, they pay attention. Like they house, if they wig is, if their hair is lace and all that, their house is probably clean. Their body is clean. Their nails is done. Like, it's all cohesive. I look at that. I when I was broke, women ain't want to talk to me when I ain't had no haircut. My shoes were dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't even get the opportunity. What's the difference? I look crazy without a haircut. If I had came on there without a haircut, y'all probably would have popped as soon as I walked out.
And to add to your point as well, Danny, yeah, my wife Arlette knows how to.
She don't like that. She don't like that.
And to add to your point as well, Danny, yeah, my wife Arlette knows how to present herself, right? And
Amen.
do you think that if I see something that doesn't look right, I wouldn't?
Why? BM, you just complimented your wife, which is amazing. I agree. But all I'll be asking is, women, why don't y'all keep the same energy with men? He just gave Arlette a compliment. Here she goes. Amen. Yes. Why don't y'all give men the same love? Why do y'all do that? Men really do not receive compliments. We get no compliments. Look at this, bruh. Look at this. If Arlette would have said, I'm not going to lie to you. You know, my husband really dresses. He has a nice haircut all the time. Da, da, da. You're not about to hear amen. Oh, yeah, BM is so handsome. He knows he's handsome. They don't talk to us like that. It would be the wildest looking woman, and they would still find a way to find beauty in her. And it would be the most handsomest man, and one false mistake, his whole empire crumbles. It's wild.
Present herself, right? And do you
Amen.
think that if I see something that doesn't look right, I wouldn't tell her? Of course, I will always speak to her
Yeah.
if I see. So to Danny's point, right? Guys sometimes can see these things, and I feel like when a guy talks about it, some girls might not like the way that they're saying it, right?
And
It's
you know now
distasteful.
too. You now know too the
Right.
difference between a good and a bad wig.
I do.
I taught him. Well,
Right.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
just been paying attention, you know. So
Yeah. So if I see
'Cause you
something
pay
that's
attention
like,
to your
yo,
woman.
right.
right,
Yeah.
but that's what Danny is. Just Danny is basically just trying to say there is, there's good standard of wigs and there's bad standard.
But I think this also kind of goes back to the fact that they're just not compatible. Like their sense of humors don't match.
Who?
Both
Me and
of you.
Chi-Chi?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
Chi crazy because I actually think even when I watched the show, and you know what I'm saying, I think that me and Chi like she smoke, I smoke too. Like you know what I'm saying, like we didn't even get a chance to really like. That's the one thing I didn't like about that. You asked about my experience, man. The questions that I had, you would have made me seem like a genius. Y'all brains would have been working. Like I am
But
not
I have a
only first of all,
question.
first of all, let me tell you something. Not only am I a reader, I am a writer. Readers are leaders. Writers create the narrative. My whole thing is thought provoking. Yes, I may do it in a joking way, but that's what you're gonna get when you get into a relationship. That's what you're gonna get when in a certain
don't care.
situation. We never get when you get into
Imagine
a
talking to
relationship.
someone seriously, and they do this. Watch this.
That's what you're gonna get when in a certain situation. We nervous, man. If y'all think I'm joking and stuff, like we go back and look, man, I'm watching myself. Y'all don't even understand. My heart beating the whole time I'm up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah, it's
nerve-wracking.
nerve-wracking. Everybody
You know what
always
I'm saying?
says that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do it with a smile. I said I'm going to have a smile on my face regardless. Like I just went to the dentist and everything. So I'm going to have a smile on my face and everything. Like regardless of what, I'm not going to go back. I could have, like, y'all think that's back and forth. I really could have said some stuff, right? But I choose
But
not
why
to. And that's
didn't you? If you're
because
looking
that's
for love, say the things that matter.
They already
no. I'm
Like
paused.
talking
you're
about.
missing the whole point.
I'm talking about negatively. I didn't even get an opportunity. Like you don't even know who I was. Y'all just like
Wait,
y'all
Danny, I
look.
have a question for you. I have a
What's
question
up?
for you.
Go ahead, ask.
Because you're so focused on the fact that I popped my balloon so quickly, but
He's not focused on that. BM actually was focused on that and asked that.
remember, I was at the end of the line. So by the time you got down to me, you had went back and forth with like every single girl. Like back and forth. Like you couldn't take what somebody said. Like that's the one thing that I do not like and did not like about you. You went back and forth with everybody. As friends, me and Danny could probably be friends. Today, I will probably want to drop kick you.
Chichi, do you class that as going back and forward, how he was interacting with the girls?
Communicating.
Every single one of them.
You're not allowed to communicate as a man. If you have an opinion or a rebuttal or you try to defend yourself, it's sassy. You're going back and forth with her. That's just what it is.
I feel like some of them, he was just joking around. They were just having like friendly banter and stuff like that.
Well, apparently it's Southern banter, which I was led to
She said I've got West
believe.
Coast banter.
Right. So,
No, I'm Jamaican and Nigerian. I don't have East Coast or West Coast banter.
And the fact that you're Jamaican and you looked at that as going back and forth, if y'all have never been in a Jamaican household, especially older Jamaicans is going to tell you what it is, how it is. Oh, you walk in that house, oh, you still no husband, still no wife. You eating a lot, huh? Still eating, huh? They'll tap your belly. Someone's been eating good. Jamaicans do not play with that. They especially them parents and them aunts and them grandparents, they gonna tell you how it is. They not no in ask a Jamaican. Ain't nobody biting their tongue or holding their tongue in no Jamaican household.
I have
Yes, you sound crazy,
my
man.
family is very crazy and we don't sugarcoat things, okay? So
But
it's
I'm
like to
supposed to
me,
sugarcoat stuff.
Yep.
But I'm supposed to do the
Yep.
same thing.
Yep.
Danny, I'm a woman. Stop comparing
Yep.
yourself to me.
No,
Oh my God. Hey, I'm a woman. Stop comparing yourself to me. We're human beings. We're human beings.
And we don't sugarcoat things, okay? So
but
it's
I'm
like to
supposed to
me,
sugarcoat stuff. But I'm supposed to do the same thing.
Danny, I'm a woman. Stop comparing yourself to me.
No, sweetheart,
Like,
sweetheart,
no,
sweetheart.
I'm not about to keep doing this.
If
Like, as a man and a woman, we're not gonna keep saying me too. Like, I hate Mr. Me Too.
no, it's not a me too.
Y'all don't want equality, bruh. I want this feminism. I want equality, and I want chivalry. I want all of it.
If you're
It is a me too.
wrong,
You just said I'm doing it. I was doing the same thing. Like, let me have it as a
no,
woman.
I
Like,
didn't
you
say
can't
I
let me
was doing
have it.
something. Y'all pop my balloon. I ain't let you have shit. If we was in a relationship or something, I might let you have it. If we
But
was
that's what
if
I'm
we,
saying. That's another thing. Like, another thing I don't like is how you treat any woman is also important.
I ain't
Like,
letting you have
I
it.
want a man that respects all women, not just me.
so I was disrespectful.
I want no.
Do you respect all men? Oh, my bad. I'm me too in this shit again. I'm me too
And
in it.
my some things I feel like you were. Like the thing is not it might be funny to you, but it's not funny to somebody else. Okay? The things
What
I
was I
said people might
disrespectful
not
on?
think it's funny, whatever it is, it might rub some people the wrong way, to each his own.
What
However, it may
was I
go.
It
What?
might
disrespectful
rub some people the wrong way when I do it. I don't care though.
on? What was I disrespectful on? If I
So
was
you
disrespectful, just stand out in your mind. Give me one. If I
see
was
this is the same thing
disrespectful,
you did when we were talking back and forth on the show. Like you
She not answering the questions.
asked me what was the woman's mama's name when you said her mama had a bad wig too.
Yeah, he asked you that like, why are you worrying about somebody else you don't even know? You taking up for a stranger.
We ran in the family. And then when I brought it up at the end of our conversation, you said, what was her mama name? It doesn't matter. It don't matter. I'm not about to sit here and pick point every conversation you had through every person. This
because
is
it
what
didn't
you did,
exist.
and it did exist. Just because I'm not sitting here pulling up pop the balloon recaps of everything that you said because I don't have time or give a fuck enough, but I'm stating my opinion. Okay? I feel like you went back and forth too much. I don't even have a wig. That's the crazy part. Like we're talking about wigs, and I have lots.
He
Okay,
made
Right.
that.
So
He
he
I
knows
have
his.
made
lots.
that a point. He said, "Why are you even worried about it if it doesn't concern you?" He's like, "Why are you worried about what the girl mother? Do you know the girl mother name? No, exactly. So why are you worried about it? You're actually going towards his point.
It's got
So the
nothing to
thing
do
That's
with
is,
it.
what
I'm
blew a lot
not.
of people in the comments.
But it
Right.
blew
Like
a
it had
lot of
nothing to.
people because I don't like when men talk about beauty. Like, men, you're not getting your nails done. You're not
So
getting
yeah,
your hair done. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Move on. Talk about other things. Like, I feel like if you come in here for love, and I'm going to stand on what I said. If you're coming here for love, saying a deal breaker is a wig is like, what the fuck?
So Chichi,
Like,
I have a question.
I didn't fly to
So some of
freaking
the
Phoenix to hear you
comments,
say you don't
Chichi.
like bad wigs.
Hold
Like,
on, Chichi, I
go.
got a comment. So
She won't even let Arlette talk.
in the comments on Instagram and I think also on YouTube, they were like, "Oh, how did Chichi get upset that he's commenting about wigs, but she personally attacked his weight,
Weight and everything. Right.
I didn't pop because of his stomach. I popped because of what he said.
attacked his weight?"
Weight
That's not what she asked you, Chi Chi. You do a great job at deflecting.
and everything. Right.
In the comments on Instagram and I think also on YouTube, they were like, "Oh, how did Chichi get upset that he's commenting about wigs, but she personally attacked his weight?"
Weight and everything. Right.
I didn't pop because of his stomach. I popped because of what he said, not because of how he looked. He came out
She mentioned his stomach like 3 times. Remember, I counted it. She was like, "You need to be worrying about the gym. You need to go to the gym. You need to be working out. You need to not worry about wigs. You need to be working out." She said that 3 times within like 20 seconds. It was crazy.
there and said, women with bad wigs is a mental disability at this point. Oh, she got a bad wig. That's what he said. And that's what I responded to.
no, I didn't. I
That is
said
what you said. Would you
everybody.
like me to play the
No,
clip?
no. I said she. I didn't see
I
you.
thought.
So I said this in the comments. If I had to say I don't like women with dirty feet, and you pop, what else was I supposed to think? I didn't look to see who popped and said, "Oh, she got a bad." I didn't even look that way. I'm talking to Arlette.
Exactly. So, I don't have a bad wig. So,
All
anyways,
right, then.
moving
So the
on.
joke on you.
There is no joke on me. I said what I said. I don't like when men talk about women's beauties in a
Wait,
certain
the
space or
beauty
trying
is
to be a
for the
hee hee
man.
ha ha moment.
The
Like
beauty is for the man.
no, the beauty is for us. The beauty is for us to feel good and love ourselves, and beauty is for us to explore. Okay, it doesn't make you beautiful, but it makes you feel beautiful.
So I'm
Makeup
gonna ask you a
and beauty
question.
is for us to
Cap.
feel good.
I know women say this all the time. Like, oh, I do this for me. I do this for me. If you do it for you, why you complain about paying for it? You know how much it costs for a woman to leave the house? I don't. You think I get dressed up for a man? You getting dressed and you getting looking good and you smelling good for a man, or for a woman if you like women, or to compete with your friends. Oh, why everybody buying these bags and make sure the purse showing on the thing and make sure this happen, make sure that you think people just going on the table getting BBLs and risking their life for ass just for they can have some ass for themselves? Nah, they doing it for a reason. Why y'all going to get them lips pumped up? Why y'all going to get their bow ties? Why y'all putting that makeup on? If you don't feel like yourself is just beautiful for yourself, why you painting all that shit on? Who you doing this for? I'm doing it for me, Cap. Because guess what? When you ain't going outside and you ain't going to walk and you ain't going to see people and nobody going to see you, how you sitting around in the house? Y'all putting a face full of makeup on to go sit down and watch living room couch TV? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You can say a percentage of this is for yourself, but to say you just do this for yourself, I don't do this for men, it's diabolical. It's diabolical.
It's not for you and it's not about you, but we love when y'all like it. But
So
stop
women,
picking at
women,
it. If you
women
want to
don't.
worry about wigs, go wear one.
No, that's dumb. But so women don't like it
No,
when
what's
men
dumb is
get.
you saying that your deal breaker is a bad wig and it's a mental
So
disorder.
women don't like it when men get haircuts. They don't be like, "Ooh, that's a nice haircut." That's not. They
But if
don't think
somebody
it's.
asks me as a woman what my deal breaker is in finding love, I'm not going to say, "Oh, a man with a bad haircut," because he needs to know when his
Come on,
hairline is
man.
going back. But that's what you guys are missing. Different strokes for different folks. I don't need to fit into the box of what every woman thinks of what every woman has to
Are
be.
you saying that
This why
What
you
do you
single.
mean?
guys? Are you saying that guys?
That nigga said this why you single. Hey, yo, nigga said this why you single. What
And
the?
thinks of what every woman has to
Are
be.
you saying that
This why
What
you
do you
single.
mean?
guys? Are you saying that guys can't comment on
I'm not
beauty?
lonely though, so you be alright.
I didn't say you lonely. I just said,
Okay then. Mind your business.
Somebody always
Teacher, are
gonna
you
knock you
saying
down.
that?
Somebody always gonna knock you down, ladies. We know you ain't lonely, ladies. But when it come down to somebody getting on that knee and hey, saying, "Would you marry me? I want to be with you for the rest of my life," it gets a little different. It gets a little thuggish. You know what I mean? That's why I like. Well, I'm being celibate. Ask a woman, "Hey, why you being celibate? What happened? What started this celibacy journey? What happened? Why? What made you just start telling everybody in the world and announcing on first and second days that you're not having sex? Because when you was having sex, did you announce that? Hey, you know I'm out here having sex. You know I'm out here got my knees by my ear. No, 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 no. You.
Yeah, guys should not comment on girls.
Mind your business.
Teacher, are you saying that? Yeah, guys should not comment on girls' beauty, but girls can comment on guys'
I
looks
feel
and
like
haircut and
in a
everything.
distasteful manner, you should not. No, you shouldn't. Because let me be personally very frank with y'all. You shouldn't.
if she
Talk
couldn't,
about what
if she can't afford it, and that's like if you talk about a person that's down and out, then yeah. But I wasn't even talking about a person. I just said in general. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not even like I said. I'm not there to date
but
generally women,
why? Like, why is that such a
sweetheart.
thing that it's like, so you have to,
If
like,
you would
why?
listen,
I
you have
listened,
you know
I
I'm gonna tell you
heard. You keep
I'm gonna
repeating
tell you.
yourself. Oh
No,
my God.
sweetheart, I have to repeat myself because you don't let me get from one,
Sir,
two, and three.
sir, because you repeating yourself and you think because you're asking me to listen to you repeat the same thing to prove your point. You said what you said
Ooh.
about women's aesthetics, and I said what I said about your aesthetics because you are so aesthetically focused. And I said that because I feel like it's shallow. Even women running around here talking about man's hair core or a man that's too short. You probably missing out on your short king. That's all I'm saying. You focus on the wrong shit, Danny. That's all I'm saying.
So
That's
when
it. There's nothing deeper than that. Y'all making it too deep. You focus on the wrong thing. That was my reason. I'm like, is he serious? So that was is you serious?
okay, that's fine.
Like that's it. Like y'all making it
That's
deeper than
cool.
what it is. I said what I
That's
said because of
cool.
what you said. It's aesthetics. We talking about aesthetics. Let's
This would be like
talk.
when you're in a relationship with a girl that argue like this, and you be like, "All right, you got it. Don't worry about it. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. All right, let's wrap it up. Now you got it. Don't even worry about it. Whatever you say. Okay, all right."
Like goodness gracious.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, because you pissing me off.
Okay, Chichi, what's your type?
My type is a masculine, strong, leading man. that leads, that
Okay.
allows me to thrive in my feminine and my femininity. Like it's just like when you have to go back and forth with a grown man, to some point your masculinity starts coming out because you feel defensive. So I don't like when men make me feel defensive to the point where my femininity is threatened and I can't just be feminine and calm and
So it's
have
almost like, let me do whatever I want to do, or I'm not gonna feel feminine, and that way I'm gonna start acting masculine. That's basically what she's saying.
like he likes a woman that he even said it on the show that is a little mean to him. I don't like that because that right there puts me in a space that I don't like to be in, a space as a black woman that I don't thrive in, having to survive or feel like I have to be combative or have to defend myself. I don't like that from a man, especially a black man. I don't like it. So for me, it's a man that makes me feel safe, not just somebody who can protect me and fight, somebody who protects my feelings, my emotions, like all of those things. So it's like when you can't even just express yourself and a man take it in and receive it and comfort you or just make you feel like, you know what, I understand where you come from. At least understanding. That's my attraction. A man's mind over how he looks.
And Danny, what's your type?
Well, since this was being overlooked, like I said, I like a woman's mindset who's allergic to giving up. It was just the first thing that I said. I like a woman that has words of affirmation, a woman that's consistently in your corner, because this world gets dark. I've been through a lot. I've been in situations where I'm by myself. I look to the left, I look to the right, nobody's there. You understand what I'm saying? So this next relationship, when I look to the left, I look to the right, nobody's there. I want to know that she's right behind me. She puts her hands on the shoulder and says, keep pushing, King. That's what I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to what she says. I'm attracted to her understanding my mission, my goal. Attraction, their physical attraction, is one of the last things on my list because I'm from Atlanta. All these women are beautiful. But what's in your mind? The first thing that opens up your mouth. How can we handle a situation when we are talking, when we are upset? Because most of the time, like how she is right now, if she gets upset, I'm not going to say anything because then it's going to seem like a back and forth. You understand what I'm saying? So I like the inside of a woman, and that's what I stand on. All the relationships I've been in are because we have what I stand on. All the relationships I've been in side of a woman. You understand what I'm saying? So I like the inside of a woman, and that's what I stand on. All the relationships I've been in are because we have great conversations. I've been married before. Every time we got into a disagreement, we would be on the phone for like 4 and 5 hours figuring it out. That's why we got married in the first place, because we understood how to figure things out. When you get into a relationship with me, the one thing that I do get complimented on is the way I communicate and how I listen, because I understand. I've built organizations that have 15 to 20 people. You don't do that if you can't listen, you can't understand with everybody. I've been prophesized to be a preacher. I just preached a week before, right after we came out of there, at a brand new church. You can't do that if you don't listen, if you don't understand. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, I like to have fun. Yes, I like to joke. So she definitely had to have a sense of humor. But when it comes down to the nitty and gritty, my type is from the inside out. And I don't budge on that. You understand what I'm saying? But that's it. Like, we got to
It's
listen.
so funny you say you listen and you know, all these things, but when I was expressing how I felt, one of your responses was, I see why you're single. How would you like it if I said, I see why you're divorced? I see why you're single.
Hey man, we all see why you single, man. We see it, and that hurt you. After everything he just said, you held on to that and you waited. That hit home. That hit home. You ever talk to someone and say 1,000 things and they just harp on them 2 words you said? That hit dog gone holler. That part hurt. It hurted her. That's why she remembered it and recited that just now. He said all of that stuff, and that's when she went back to that.
You
I
see
mean,
what
that's
I'm
your
saying with
observation.
the back and forth and like it's like you have to one up and you have to win. Like that right there is something that is absolutely like such a turn off to me as a woman. And that's the same exact thing that you're doing now, the same exact thing you did on the show. You have to one up and you have to win. That right there was the reason I didn't like you. And that right there is
Well,
the reason why I wasn't attracted to you. And then on top of that, it's just like, look at what you just said. Do you hear what you just said? Do you hear how powerful the woman that you want and how you want to feel sounds? But you went on the show and you were being a funny guy. Even though you have a personality, there's such a way to turn it off and on that is still being conveyed and communicated through being serious or being standing on business about what you want. Nobody knows what you wanted. All we're going to remember is the funny guy. Like, it's like, are you being a comedian or you're here to find love?
He said in the beginning also that this is one of the first things I stated. He said I stated this even before I said the wig weave thing, but it got overlooked.
Like, you have to find.
I felt like his whole episode that got stated, and then that damn, I think this was the jump out of the plane. Was this the jump out of the plane guy too? That was all it was about. This whole catch up with BM talk has just been, this shit been 25 minutes about weave, and she only got no weave.
A balance. Life is about balance at the end of the day. You can squint
well,
your face up all you want to what I'm saying. And it also
let me be
goes
all
to
the
what
way
I'm saying.
honest with
Like,
you.
you missed the one up. Go ahead.
Be all the way 100. When I just said what I said, that's why you sing it. That was just me giving up. Two, I'm gonna be all the way 100 with y'all. When the first girl popped my balloon, when I said I didn't want to skydive and stuff like that, I was done. We could have stopped the show right then and there. Like, that's when I first came out. I seen her. I said, oh, that's who I want. She was the first one to pop before I even got to the bag wig stuff. So it's like, I didn't care what I said then. You understand what I'm saying? So this just being all the way 100 with you. So it's like, okay, yeah, I can be a comedian or whatever, but part of my personality is humor. You know, a wise man can fake being dumb, but a dumb man can't fake being wise. Sarcasm is a form of intelligence. If you don't get that, I mean, that's just on you. You understand what I'm saying? When you go back and watch the first show, I'm asking, like, what progressed you in a relationship that's going to make this work? We never got to this point. You understand what I'm saying? So that when she said, is she your type? After you popped the balloon, you not my type. But they just kept coming down. So it's like, okay, this how I act when there's nothing there. If we just friends or I don't even know you and stuff like that, I'm just not going to let you just come and say whatever you want to say. I don't care.
But
You
see,
understand
but
what I'm
you don't
saying?
see a problem with that.
Sweetheart, at that point, at that point in the
But you just
situation,
said, but listen to what you're saying. Like, you couldn't even respect the women's time in the line.
sweetheart,
You said you just said when the sky was like, I know, sweetheart, stop sweethearting me. Thank you. You just said when the first woman who was your type, the one you want to pop the balloon, you could have shot the show right there. I didn't care. And then you took it as to go back and forth and just da 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 da, whatever. You didn't
no,
care.
I
You
didn't, I
just
didn't, I
like,
didn't.
you pop my balloon. I don't like you. Even if somebody doesn't think you're their type and you still think they're beautiful, you can't like, none of y'all was my type
I
when y'all got up to
complimented
my
every
blind
single
ass.
woman. I
When y'all got to my
complimented
blind ass, none of
every
y'all was my
single woman.
type, but I didn't sit
That's
there
fine.
and feel the need to make you like whatever. I don't
You
care.
couldn't. I
You don't care.
complimented every single woman down the
You
line.
couldn't what?
I compliment. You can't make me feel like I don't know what you was about to say, but I complimented
That's what I'm
every
saying. You
single
couldn't. You
woman.
just have to win. Like you see what I'm saying? Like you couldn't. Like you got
I
to come back to
complimented.
everything. Sassy
I
ass.
I complimented every single woman. Watch your mouth when you talk to me, Shawty. Like
I
you
said
getting out of
sassy. I
place
ain't
now.
call you a dyke like you wanted to call me.
All
You
right,
compared
guys.
sassy to
Okay,
dyke.
all right, guys. So
Hey man, look, I'm be dead ass serious. Like yo, Chi, like watch how you talk to me, Shawty. Like you
No,
getting
you need to
beside
watch how you
yourself, cuz.
want me to watch how I talk to you, but you're not talking like you're not talking the way a respectful man talks, but you want me to respect you. It goes both ways. You see what I'm saying? Like you feel like because you from Atlanta, oh shorty, like, oh, when y'all could have just did this, y'all could have just that. Oh, you popped my balloon. I ain't gonna da 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 da. Like, take responsibility for yourself. Stop worrying about me and my responses to you as a person.
everyone that comes on the show, there's a reason why they're coming on the show, to find love. People come on the show because they are single, right? So that question
That boy checked out. That boy let that girl get under his skin and he cooked. He checked out. He already checked out. You feel me? He already checked out. Fellas, always control your emotions. No matter what happens. You still a man at the end of the day. Always control your emotions. That'll make you the weakest mofo ever. I'm not saying he's not controlling his emotions. I'm just saying once you start to lose yourself, that's when you start to lose your freedom, lose your life. walk away from the situation. At this point, if I was him, I would have got up off this live. This little reaction shit, this is stupid. It's pointless. You know what I mean? They didn't even match. You know what I mean? They brought him because he was funny guy, he was witty, he was going back and forth, and they brought her because she was spicy. You know what I mean? And she still, this. You can't be in a relationship with something like this. You get upset, you get arguing, it's a no-go. There's no communicating. She gonna hold on. She gonna hold on to something. You ever been in a relationship with someone, ladies or men, and you open up and you tell somebody something that happened or something like this, they gonna throw that back in your face. How you gonna be mad at me? You told me you used to do this. Yeah, I told you that because I was being vulnerable with you. She gonna throw that thing back in your face. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest with y'all, man. You just gotta be careful around certain people and read the room and just read people. I would have been up off this joint. There's nothing that positive that could come out of this conversation at all. Was he wrong for saying that's why you single? Yes, he was. He was. And I laughed. I thought it was funny, but it hurt her feelings. That's why she ran with that. You know what I'm saying? So nothing he could say, she's not trying to agree with him on anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm trying to argue, I'm trying to go. And that's just what it is.
They ask why you single or, whatever. It hurts so much, so many people, like it gets to them. But the reality is you're single and everybody has issues within themselves that they need to work on, right? Everybody does. And I feel like a lot of people do not want to admit that. So they use a different type of method to back away from it. No, the reality is everybody has to work on things. And if people are telling you something, right, that they can see how you act, sometimes you need to think and rewatch yourself and kind of reevaluate yourself. And maybe that's why things are happening this way. Or maybe that's why.
Took that man out his element. That boy clocked out.
I'm single. And a lot of people don't want to get to that stage because they don't want to self-reflect. So you have to start reflecting on
that. Was Shorty's whole goal was to get him here.
Yourself.
That boy gone. We lost him.
So there you go. Truth of the matter is everybody.
Look. She looking up, trying to grab him again. It's just not enough. He's not even paying attention. Peak game. So his way of getting clocked out is this. Her way is ignoring him, and she was dancing earlier. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
So there you go. Truth of the matter is everybody needs to work on themselves. If you're looking for love, you have to. And for instance, right, me and my wife, we adapt to each other. We're always adapting, right? And we're always working through things. We are one. We're not two, we're one. That's what marriage is. You come together to be one, right? There's things that when we started dating, there's things that she did that would annoy me. There's things that I did that would annoy her, right? But it's not like, we are at war with each other. We're trying to find a peace to balance each other out and adapt. We adapt to each other and we work through things. And I feel like a lot of people don't want to work through things. They just want to go, just start arguing and just, that's where we go wrong. So we need to understand each other. I hope that you both can be able to find peace, with each other. I hope you both can speak to each other.
They don't have a reason to speak to each other. They didn't match. They not matched. They didn't get along on the show. They didn't get along in the reunion. They didn't get along on this BM Talks. They don't have to reason. Y'all don't have, everybody not going to get along. Ain't no reason for them to get along. Just wrap it up. Move on with y'all lives.
After this podcast, I do not like when people get super annoyed with each other and they,
start arguing.
Yeah, it's like that's not what we want to see on the show.
Not what we're here for.
Right.
Either.
Right. I feel like you're both great people individually. So what do you both have to say to each other, now that we're about to end?
My dog BM said, now look to each other and give each other a hug. Like, you're in school, you start arguing with somebody you don't really like, you shake his hand. BM, y'all daddy.
This podcast.
Um, do you want to continue, Danny, or do you
Well,
what?
if we could take away something from this, I want you to feel like, don't think communication or expression from a man is like combative. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, once when you listen and you allow me to talk to you, you're very beautiful. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're intelligent, and I know that you are listening to every word and taking it in. So if I'm not being defensive or trying to explain myself, I'm just talking to you, just communicating with you. I think that we could have got further in the situation. So I think you're a very beautiful woman. Good luck with your podcast. I'm going to support it. You wouldn't be able to stop
Thank
me from
you.
supporting it. Um, to be honest with you, you have a great personality, and I feel, you know what I'm saying, that moving forward in life, that, I mean, it's big things for both of us, you know, especially for you, because you got that fire in you. You know, you're a warrior. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, like, I look at you like a superwoman. You understand? You in the gym, you going crazy, and tell you, I got a circuit training. I probably outwork you anyway. But you know,
Trying to one
that's
up me. Here he goes. Like, no, I'm
no,
joking.
yeah, yeah. But we get to understand each other's personalities a little bit better. And if you approach any situation with love, then the personalities is like, okay, you have a coming with a different understanding. Okay, that's just him. He gonna say some stuff like that.
Mm.
But that's the point of me when I said the jump. When you approach a situation where you're allergic to giving up, I'm not coming at you to try to figure out why are we not together. I'm coming at you to figure out, okay, what we need to figure out so we can stay together. And that's my
Mhm.
mindset. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I think that if we had gotten to something and we both came out with that understanding, then we'll be able to move further a lot faster.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Gigi.
I agree with everything that he said, and I just really wish things were not said the way they were said. And I do feel like after getting to know you that you are more of a serious person with a silly personality. And I get it. We don't know if your friends think you funny. You said you're funny.
The
I
world said
think
that was
you
fun.
do have I do think that you have a fun personality, and I get where you're coming from, especially with the backstory, because everybody has a story, his story, her story. The reason we are who we are is because of the stories and the things that we've been through. So I completely understand that. And I just wish that, things weren't so heated. Because I feel like, just like BM said, it's like when we do get agitated or irritated, we respond differently.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
With me, I did get agitated and irritated, not just because of you talking to me, but what you were saying to other people. So I feel like when it did get to me, I was like, oh, he about to go back and forth with me. And
Mm-hmm.
it was just that instance, that one. It wasn't you, because then everyone's like, "Oh, he was on this and this," and I was like, "I don't have time to watch all this stuff because I don't care to get to like I'm knowing you now." So knowing you now, I know that you are a strong person, you are a resilient person, you're somebody who's striving for things, and you're scaling businesses and your life and all those things. So it's like getting to know you. I feel like you are a good person. We could be good friends. And that's why sometimes getting to know a person as a friend is how you probably find your lover because they are supposed to be your best friend. But it's
Mm-hmm.
like you're not going to get to know that after saying, "So why did you pop your balloon?" She asked me that, and it was like, oh, like I can't. It's like you really can't get deep because the question is, why did you pop?
Mm-hmm.
And there was, okay, he talked about wigs. Like, well, what we do to you? And that's just my response as a woman. And you'll probably hear a
You're
lot of
not
women
a
say
part of
that, but
we.
also you got to take in what a man is saying. So he's like, listen, I'm not coming for all women. I'm just saying, like, I can't deal with that.
Mm.
You got a whole backstory story, Peruvian, all types of things. So you have a story. So understanding your story, I understand you more. Getting to talk to you, I know that you are a serious person and you're not trying to be a funny guy. You really are just being yourself. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't fault people for being themselves. It's either I accept you or I just let you be. because I'm not in the business of changing people. So I love who you are. Keep being yourself, keep striving. And I do see a lot of great things. So we had a whole conversation waiting for us to start. So actually getting to know Dan, I feel like he actually is a good, genuine guy. And I feel like he's going to find his woman through her being his friend because a woman is probably going to take a lot of the things you say wrong because of your banter, and a friend wouldn't.
Mm.
That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like a friend would not. So I feel like Danny is not. He been married before. It takes a lot to be married. Okay, let's just get there. So having that commitment, at least I know you can commit to something, just like you're committing to yourself and your career and the things you want. So I just feel like overall, like, just keep being you. I mean, I can't fault you for being yourself.
Yeah. Right, guys. Yeah, so guys, yes, this is good. This is great when we are all speaking to each other on a level, the same level, calmly. We're able to understand each other. So I
Yeah.
thank you guys for doing what you did. And I also want to ask everyone, if you want to see them back on the show, comment down below.
As long as they ain't back on the show together, man. Smash that like button, subscribe, and that's right to your notification. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Click on some of the greatness that's on the screen. If you want to become a member, the link is in the description and it's pinned in the comments. Members, y'all got 3 videos that's coming hot to y'all tonight, and they'll be released throughout the week to everybody else. Shout out to all the members, and we're also going to do a members only stream. Live stream this week too, so be ready for that. I'm gonna try to put that post it on the board, you know what I mean, on my channel, so y'all have a heads up so I can get as many members in there as possible. We're almost, my goal before the year was to have 100 members, and we're almost at 150. So I appreciate everybody that's rocking with me and who's sharing the content, you know what I mean, cutting up clips and putting it to y'all story and tagging me on Instagram. I'll try to repost some of them joints. I appreciate all of it across the board. Happy holidays to everybody, man. Real talk, pill talk, man. And I'll catch y'all soon. Podcast coming back at the beginning of the year, and maybe even a pop the balloon. We'll see what's up. All right, see y'all soon. Lay y'all like a play cousin. Peace.